Oh, y'all hear that? We got another coding session. Numpy arrays for beginners. Yes, sir. We gotta jam out a little bit. We gotta jam out a little bit. You got another one? We got another one to jam out too? Let's see.
Number 2 on the 50 best job.
A YouTube ad. Hate YouTube ads. They mess up the whole groove, man. I just want to get some tunes going. We about to get that coding on. Yeah. 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 All right, we got to wrap it up. Let's get involved in this coding session. You know, we're going to be coding Numpy arrays. So we gotta also understand what Numpy arrays is. So Numpy arrays is a grid of values all of the same type and is indexed by a tuple of non-negative integers. The number of dimensions is the rank of the array. The shape of an array is a tuple of integers given the size of the array along each dimension. So we'll be getting into one-dimensional array, two-dimensional arrays, 3, 4. We'll get into that. We'll get into like the unique manipulation of arrays that we can do with these set of numbers, and we're gonna have fun doing it. And it's like I was saying yesterday, you have to be able to install these libraries, but I already got it installed, so we're gonna get right into it. So be right here. Let me make sure my joint is nice and so you can see the screen. Pause. All right, so you see the font size is going to be a great size. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to import numpy as np. So this is the library that array use numpy. And I mentioned the definition of that. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to print a one-dimensional array. So what we're going to do is going to put ARR is going to equal to array, NP array, and it's going to be inside a tuple. So a tuple is just the parentheses, and then you add whatever that's in there. So it's going to be in the tuple, but you also going to put the brackets in the tuple. So this is going to be a one-dimensional array. We'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this would be considered a one-dimensional array. So we print that ARR, we should be able to print a one-dimensional array. I don't know why it's going so slow on my computer. So this would be considered a one-dimensional array. All the numbers is in the same row. This is our one-dimensional array. That's how a one-dimensional array will look. If we want to create a two-dimensional array, we would have to add 2 brackets. So it will be 2 brackets here, 2 brackets. And what we'll do is right here, we can make it 2-dimensional. So we'll put a bracket here, and we'll put a comma right there, and then there'll be let me just close that bracket, and then there'll be another bracket. So a 2-dimensional array is just another bracket added, just like that, and it should split it up. But now you see it right here. It'll be 2 rows. It will be 2 rows to make it a 2-dimensional array. You just add another bracket, and then you can split it up. So let's see if we can make. Let me see. So we do it in 2s. It'll be like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, let's see if we can split this up into 2s. Let's see if we can do that. So that will be what, five brackets. So let's see if we can do that. So we're doing all different types of things to manipulate these arrays, right? So that's 3. That's 4. So we're gonna see what we can do here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna split it up. We're gonna see if this works, right? Put a comma here, close that, put a comma there. Hold up. Can't put a comma there. Close that. Close that. Put a comma there. Close that. Bracket there. Comma. And let's see if this works. We might get an error because we probably don't have enough brackets, but we're gonna find out. Let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if this works. All right, so it works here. So you see right here. So we got 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 brackets here, and you know, if and we're counting in 2, so it's 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we got that there. So those are the unique ways to do it, to do 5-dimensional arrays, and you can do it as, I believe you can do it as many as possible, but make sure it's equal to the rows and the columns for the array. So that's for that. So we can do other things to this array. We could also something called transpose array. So it will transpose matrix. So what it does is you see these rows right here, right? For these brackets. So what it would do is it would be 1 and 3 and wait, hold up. It would be these 2 rows would be 1 row, and these 2 rows would be the second row, and you'll see it right here. I'm going to show you. These is all different ways to manipulate an array. So what we'll do is we'll put print, and then we'll put, let me see, ARR, is it dot transpose, right? And then we do it like that. Let's see if this works, right? All right, so it did work. So you see right here, this is called transpose array. So you see what it did here. Oh, so it does it one by one because we have a five-dimensional array right here. So it's doing it one by one. So the first row is just have 1. The second row it have 3. The third row 5, 7, 9, and then now it's doing. So now when it completes that, so it's just printing out 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this is going to be the first row it prints out. Then it's going to print out the second row. So that's what it's doing right here. So it print out that first row, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then it prints out the second row, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's what it prints out right there. So that's another way to manipulate that particular this particular array. So now let's create another array. We're gonna do something else. ARR1, and we're gonna create a regular array. We're gonna do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? And then that's gonna be our array right there. And then ARR2, we're gonna do Oh wait, hold up. This not an array. Remember, the array have to be inside a tuple, right? So we got to make sure we put it in a tuple, and then we got our array right here. So we're gonna do 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. We'll do 5 numbers, and then this one we'll do the same thing. So we'll do 100, 120, 130, 140, and 150. We'll do that, right? So we got our 5 numbers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add each numbers. We're gonna add each numbers in these different arrays. So we're gonna add number. We're gonna add 10 plus 100, and we'll get our value here. So you wonder, like, how can you do that? Yeah, we're gonna show you. So we're gonna print. We can do it in many ways, right? We can do MP or array, or we can do it like this. Let's say we can do it like this. AR plus AR3. Let's see if this works. We make it an error. It may not even work. All right, so it did work. But it only print AR1, AR3. Let's see why it prints that. 20. So I'm trying to find out what it did right here, right? So 10, 20, 30, 40. So it print everything out of there because it's just adding the numbers to it. So I guess let's see if we could multiply these numbers. Let's see if we can multiply it instead of just adding it and see what happens. So we'll multiply it, and we got an error here now because it's an int. So maybe if we do it like this, let's see what happens. All right, so I'm trying to figure out what's the error. All right, so we can't do it like that. So maybe we can do something else. Maybe we could, we could do add, let me see, hold up 1 second. So if we could do np dot add, right? Or we can do add dot array1 and AR3. Let's see if this works. So we get an error. So name add is not defined, of course. See, in Python, you have to figure these things out, right? You got to figure these things out. So np.add, and then we could probably add the values here. Let's see if this works. Figure it out. We got to figure it out. So it's not that. Cause what we're trying to do, we're trying to add these values. We're trying to add these values right here, so we can figure it out. So so it's np.add right there. We gotta figure that out right there. Let's see if anybody in the chat can figure out how to do that. But that's the cool thing. Even if in coding, you want to be able to keep figuring it out. You got to figure it out, regardless how hard it is, how difficult it might be. You gotta keep coding to figure it out. Because when you do a coding job, that's how it's gonna be. You gotta keep figuring out the solution. You gotta keep figuring out, even if you don't get it, or even if you're stuck, you gotta keep figuring it out. So we gotta, so what we want to do, we want to print that. That's what we want to do. We want to be able to add these array1 and array2. So we got to figure out how to add that, because what you could do with the arrays, you could be able to add the rows. So you could add 10 plus 100. You could minus it. You could do so many different things to manipulate an array. And that's what we got. We got to figure out that particular solution to be able to do that with the arrays. And this is definitely a way to do it. And we gotta definitely figure it out. You're gonna definitely figure it out. So for the meantime, hold up.